I can't see it yet. It's on the loading screen. Oh man. Oh man, come down, man. Okay, fuck on screen. Alright, welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into another little live stream. We are joined by Mr. Hayes. Let me switch this little thing. There we go. You should hear him now. Yo. Alright. And today we're gonna do a regular thing. We're gonna go over some trades too that we took last week because we couldn't stream last night. I was a little gay of Quantum Fiber to fuck my shit up like that for the past 3 days. That's cool. It's whatever though. They fixed it. I'm gonna call them, get a reimbursement. Yeah, we'll review the price action that we saw last week. We'll take a look at what we can possibly do this week, and then we'll go over the trades that we took today. We'll take a look at some crypto, and I am sure Mr. Hayes has some beautiful stocks for us as well. So we'll take a gander of those. How's that for a plan?
The plan.
It's a plan? Right.
That's a plan.
All right, let's take a gander here what we got. Let's review. Link, don't be like that, yo-ho. Okay, let's review what we did last week. Let's take a look here. I'm on the crypto screen. I need to be on the screen. There we go. So why do we sell off this hard? What's finance juice say? China, some China stuff. China. All I hear is China. Nobody ever talks about America. Okay. Stick a gander here. Alright, so I think everybody remembers last week on Monday, we were outlining our stuff. We said we have... Oh, no, this is... Dude, I hope Benji's well. Just got a little remembrance of... For anybody that doesn't know, this is Benji.
He had to give you his love when I texted him so we could go.
Oh, she's a cutie.
Or give you his love.
I give him my love back. I always keep him in my charts. Just so
and in our hearts.
And in our hearts, yes. Benji's with us in spirit. Yeah. So last week, we had a little projection, right? This is the 1618 of the projection that we had, that 22913. We were kind of saying that's a little bit of an important level, right? So if we smack it, we can possibly see something. So Monday, we saw a nice little rejection off of that level, right? Over here on the 15-minute, we saw a nice little fair value gap right here. Let me get rid of these. So right here on the 15-minute, right, we saw this fair value gap plus the rejection of this this 1618 level. So we displaced this fair value gap, right? Price comes in at 915, taps that fair value gap, and rejects back down. We were looking at the OTE of the whole range, right? This is the whole range of the Asian session open, or pretty much that daily open up to the top of the London open. We see a nice sweep of the London session, or of the Asian session high, rejection right there, continuation down, displacement of another 15-minute fair value gap right here, right? This was the trade that we took. This fair value gap started to run up, right? We kind of took out these lows, started to come up a little bit. I think we discussed this in terms of the 4-hour and the hourly time frame. Those are trade that we discussed. Took these out, couldn't close above this fair value gap, began to sell back down, right? Took out all of these liquidities, right? This consolidation nonsense, took it out, retraced into the OTE, and then bounced out of there. So that was the trade right there on Monday. Tuesday, we drew out a nice little point right here. So right, this was our trade. That's not wait. I was like, wait, is this today? Literally pretty much the same setup as today. So sweep of these liquidities, right? Market looked like it wanted to come down and take out this liquidity right here, as that was the most outstanding liquidity. We got into some shorts right here up on the sweep of this little blunt candle top. Nice little retrace down to here. We sweep that, put in a nice little bottoming candle. Our indicator is flashing green. So we take some longs after we put in this nice little fair value gap that's holding, right? We displace through it. Bodies are holding, respecting it. We come up, sweep this liquidity right there. Don't quite tap this this higher liquidity, right? But what we also have, we have an outside hour. So right there at 10 a.m., 10:15, we sweep that previous hourly high and retrace back down. And then we look for a nice little bounce out of this area. Our price comes down. We sweep some more liquidities. We swept this giant liquidity right there. Swept that. No body close below it. Right, so our hourly is starting to curl back up a little bit on the 5-minute. We can start seeing it as well. We displace through this candle. That gives us a nice order block. We have a fair value gap. Price retraces back down into this area and then bounces out of it. Right, that was another solid little long trade that you could have taken. That was our Tuesday from last week. We go into Wednesday. We take a gander over here. What do we got? So initial rejection of the 15-minute range, right? So we take this range right here. This is that 15-minute range. Price comes into it. That 705 rejection plus the fair value gap. Price rejects, sweeps this other liquidity. We can't displace below it, right? We break through that liquidity, take it. No body close below it, no displacement through it, so no large body candle. Kind of take some longs from here, and we'll write them all the way up to right there. That was our London high. We said S&D day, right, because London session has swept the Asian session high and the Asian session low. So that a lot of times that yields for a nice reversal trade where we sweep the London bottom and go for London top or whatever we do, right? But that's what typically happens in New York session. Right here, you could have taken this fair value gap continuation, right, as a solid trade for a continuation up. Rejection off of this, sweep of this liquidity, and then a continuation up from there. Ugh, hiccups.
Oh God.
I just ate too much. This was that trade that we outlined inside Paper Traders. We outlined it on Twitter. We said, okay, if we can't break below this level, then we are going to look for London session highs. That was that one. Now Thursday, we have a data candle, right? A lot of times we've discussed this on previous live streams. You can outline the OTE or you can outline the range of the data candle, right? It's a bullish candle. You can outline it, take in the 0 and the 1 at the bottom right there, and gives you a nice little OTE entry, right? So we retrace into it, tap this order block, tap this fair value gap, tap into the OTE of the data candle, and a nice just continuation up from there. That was pretty solid. That was after we were looking, we had pretty much a break through this liquidity. Then from here was kind of like whatever levels you got to the upside you can take. We can take probably this range right here and see what that gives us to the upside. We'll probably go to at least a -4, 236. -5, yeah, 4, 2, 3, 6, -5. Pretty much top right there of that week, right? And then Friday would not trade because it was a half day. And look at that price action they had the whole day. That was not fun. All right, now today, what do we do today? Today we take this range OTE, right? We say, okay, well, possibly they can come down to at least 1618 on here. We have this blunt candle bottom right there as well. This is kind of looking like a nice potential target right here. We sweep this liquidity. We can't displace above. We sweep quite a few actual liquidities. This was probably the best liquidity right there. We sweep that. We can't displace above it. The crack indicator over here shows us nice selling pressure coming through. We have a fair value gap right here that formed. It's a tiny one, but still a fair value gap. So it's almost like a nice little 2022 model, whatever you want to call it. Took a short from here. We took it down to the bottom, right? This was our trade. Took it right there. Took it down to this point as I didn't want to sit in the market for too long. Just wanted to trade out. And I was also trading off my hotspot. So it's just kind of like, okay, whatever, right? Could have taken it right there, but end of the story, it went way lower. right? Swept all of this liquidity right here, swept all of these outline liquidities that we had, but we're okay with that, right? Because we took our trade, we took our model, we are cutting at the, at least for me, for myself, for right now, I'm trimming all of my plays at the first liquidity target that I see. So we swept that, and now we're just kind of back below that 22913. In our outline this morning, we said if we displace back down below this Sunday open, we're going to see a continuation to the downside. That's pretty much what we got, right? You can see it clearly on the hourly, right? This hourly didn't want to stay above it. We actually got an outside hour on this candle. Outside hour right there. This retests the Sunday open, comes back down, comes back up a little bit more. This next candle opens up, open high, low, closed, and just a nice little grind down, right? Sweep of this final liquidity, tap into pretty close right there, that retest of the 22780 breakout level, right? If you remember from our streams last night or last week, we talked about those breakout levels becoming supports or resistances, right? We also looked at roadblocks and how we've played that in the past. So similar thing right here. This level also lined up with the 618 of the range that we had, that weekly range. Tapped into the 618. Shane shouted that one out. And now we're kind of looking for a nice retrace to it, right? We're retesting this breakout level again. So it looks like if they don't want to hold back above this 12908.25, looks like it might get another leg down, right? We can look for some more liquidities like that 705 lining up or 786 lining up with this fair value gap. We can see a nice continuation down to it if we really wanted to. The 4 hour. 4 hour.
Equilibrium here too. We just rejected it.
Yeah, previous day. Yeah, if we don't get above previous day equilibrium or above Sunday open, we're likely not going to take that previous weekly high. As we've said yesterday, we were just starting together, but this week they can really just do open high, low close, open low, high close days. Just a nice little range week, right, where they either sweep both sides, stay inside days, just kind of try to get everybody caught off sides. So be careful on this market. 22,913.75 is an important level to watch. 22,970 is an important level. So just watch those. Liquidities to the downside, we're looking for previous week low. Also this little low right here. Right, if you're looking on like the daily time frame, then I'm sure we are looking way lower as well. We're kind of retesting this order block right here, but that previous weekly low or the retest of this breakout high right there, or that level that we've had, would not be too bad. That is, oh, this week is still inside. That's crazy. I guess actually no, it's not too crazy. It's only been open for 2 days, 2.5 days, not even 2 full days. So just watch that OTE, see how that previous week OTE, watch that Sunday open. For now, that is all on NQ. That's all I got right there. Let's take a look at some of these crypto riptos. What we have over here. Oh, man. Sometimes that tiredness fucking hits on a different level.
As you drink the coffee.
Huh?
As soon as you drink the coffee.
I know. That's the worst part. It's like,
Yep.
dude, I wanna drink coffee and be able to just stay awake, not drink coffee and feel sleepy all of a sudden. It's just been a common theme for me. It's that tism. It's that tism fighting off the fucking caffeine. Just fucking like, no. All right. Bonk was one of our favorite setups. Last week, we went into it, right? It retraced into the OTE of this range right here. This little range that we outlined. And now, I mean, I saw a solid continuation to the upside. I am looking for possibly these highs to get swept, right? They can do anything that they want this week. Still, considering we've just opened up. Last week was very strong. This week they've swept the previous week high. So just want to see how they want to play this out. It's actually getting us a nice little rising 3 on the monthly. Look at this shit. We've had to have mentioned that somewhere. Alt or MNC. MNC weekly, monthly. Monthly sweeping that previous monthly low. 3 month. MNC has swept the previous 3 month low. So I want to see on MNC if they want to pump this back up off of that sweep. Previous monthly low sweep. July. Actually, no, not yet. July is right here. If we sweep the previous monthly low, I think we have a solid chance, right?
Yeah.
Wait, where is that level? Why does this show as we've swept? But when I go on the weekly, it doesn't. That's como se dice mucho gay. Okay, hold up. So that's that. Oh, that's current monthly low. Oh, okay, no, that's me being retarded. Because that's July 1st. This is that previous monthly. This is on MNC. So previous monthly has been swept. Now we're just kind of consolidating above it. Would love to see some sort of follow through on this one. Doesn't have to happen. But, of course, would love to see it happen. Let me give some música. Okay. Let's get into this house. Let's see, yeah. So those are like some of the names that I've just kind of mentioned have been monitoring. Let's see the other ones that we've had. SCA. This one, I'm still liking the way that we've swept that previous day equal, right? And possibly looking for some more upside on this. Hey, is my chart fucking updating or? Yeah. SC, sorry, SC. I couldn't find it on Bluffin though. Sorry, SIA coin. I'm liking this daily setup. SIA. SCA. No, SCA is different. Okay, this one's not on the list. CRV. I like the way that we swept into here, right? This daily, this previous daily high sweep, this fair value gap. Would love to see a displacement of that fair value gap on the daily for a continuation up. That would be most ideal, right? Just because we keep on holding this one, or keep on holding it, right, above the weekly open. I'd love to see a solid move on this one on CRV. Let's see, are we in any CRVs? Our Popcat is getting gayed. Not a fan of that. We got a solid initial entry on it, but now it's down a little bit. Close that out. CRV, Alpha. Let's go from the bottom up. I think I outlined Alpha. When did we outline this? I think I outlined this yesterday. I don't know, I outlined on 7.3 on this on this right here. Lined it as we were going up. This candle was nice bumpy. Right now we're looking like it wants to do a little falling 3, possibly on the sweep of that previous day low. We can see a nice continuation to the upside from this one.
Yeah, I like that.
Alpha, like almost just have our entry right here. It's a short position. I need a long position right there. So like this, right? If we want to come tap that, nothing on it yet. Maybe if they want to do this, that'd be solid. I think that would be a respectable play. Shibi. Yeah, everything's like fucking bear flag and consolidating. XVS. Kept our eye on it. Maybe a retest of this CISD wouldn't be too bad for a continuation up. STX. Import Flamingo. AAVE. Yeah, these like channels that they got going on. AAVE. Like, we don't want them to break out of this to the downside, which I mean they can, right? They can do it. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But this right here, let's go based off the bodies. Almost another little triangle setup like that, maybe on AAVE, considering we've displaced back above this fair value gap. We're above the 200. So they can do a rising 3 to the upside on this. Actually, on AAVE SUI. SUI maker. Yeah, everything's just fucking consolidating. Feels like they're accumulating shit. Then they're gonna do either a giant wick down and then shoot it back up, or they're gonna shoot it back up from somewhere in here. But I feel like a more likely case is a fake break of this little consolidation area, something like this, maybe sweep of that, and then go.
Yeah, it seems like they want to dig down into that OTE on a lot of these one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Gate, except for I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I think Doge is a good example of it. It's like we had a 3 drive, and on this 3rd drive up, we swept by side, but didn't really displace above.
Yep.
And we have that LRLR below.
Yeah, if we don't displace back up, typically it means that we will come down into internals, right? We take external liquidity, we come down to retest internal liquidity, and then we go from there. Fart it up. Maybe sweep with that previous day low, that 786. Wouldn't be too bad, so we'll keep this one on our watch. Just didn't like fart.
I bull posted fart at the top last night.
No.
It happens. Can't be perfect. Try.
Yep. 193. Yeah, it's if they want to continue these down, then totally fucking could. Maybe set some alerts on these. Add fart alert. Pie fart. Near. If you don't trade near, you're a queer. This one's seeing a similar retrace to the downside right now. Not the best looking, honestly, on some of these. Kind of just looking gross. Unless they pull something out of their ass and make these fucking fly up. Which would be cool. Near IOTA. Ooh, Prom's gonna making that nasty topper candle. Prom. Prom MNT we just discussed. Jupiter. Same thing. It's just battling this 200, just kind of consolidating within this fair value gap. So maybe one more tap into the OTE, retest of the CISD, retest of this right here. Of this order block right there wouldn't be too bad. Or they can come down way lower into this range, right? But for now, we're keeping those small ranges in play. As long as the small ranges keep playing, we're gonna keep smacking them sheep, looking like it wants to do that rising 3 unless we displace below that this daily candle. So this is actually this range right there. So we displace back below this right there. Likely see some downside. EXL. Doge. Yeah. Like that one nicely. Let us see what they want to do. Yeah, if they keep these days inside, we'll likely see some nice upside. But some of these have also swept that previous weekly high, which is a little gross considering we haven't displaced above this right there. I guess buy the dip whenever we get to it. AVAX. Previous weekly high has not been swept. So they can keep this weekly actually inside. Sweep of that previous weekly low. And then give us a nice rising 3 on that. So AVAX longs. I'm just setting alerts on some of these as we go through them. Zai, MLT, KSM, Jasmine. Looking a little gay. It's just like no follow through on these pumps. That's my only beef with it. T-Bone, AXS. Gracie, Gisetta, well. Slurf, SCA. Cetus Big. ALT. What else we got? Orca, Vet, Popcat. Sad about Popcat. Popcat sweeps that previous deal low. We'll take a look at it. Get rid of some of these. Yeah, Popcat right there, 705 of that big range right here. Maria Link rejecting that trend line. IMX also seeing a sell. Phil Fett. Yeah, right now it feels like they want to either keep these weeks inside or just manipulate down. Ape, similar thing. Anchor. Bonk is the only one that was looking decent. SEI. That one retrace into that 705, I would absolutely smack the shit out of. LPT, ARC. Didn't quite get to the top of our exit right there, but we can retest this entry right here. Right, and that's all I have on these stock names or on these crypto names. Ethereum. Obviously, as long as we keep rejecting this level right here, we're going to keep on seeing some downside on that. See right here. But as long as we keep holding the 200 and this quarterly open, I think we can see some upside still. Bitcoin just cannot break that 109 level. That 109,558,
That
right?
109,358. It did go higher, but it swept that.
Yeah.
I posted in Discord yesterday. I said we have to be careful here because we saw previous day high and closed back under 109,358.
I think it is almost like this right there. This high. That previous high that it just needs to get above this 109,982.
It's kind of like Serenity posted the other day. It's like a 50-50 from here. Like we either get a god candle out of nowhere or like just keep chopping. I don't know. It's like these alts look sendy, but then they also have like that 1 hour like LRLR
Yeah.
like right below, but it's like that was already in OTE and we've done that kind of accumulation before and then popped, but the pop didn't displace any buy side, so it's really just a fucking chop fest right now.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like a SOH if you didn't get anything in this area. Just
Like
wait if it
we
comes back
can
to.
we can keep channeling up, but this could also be a bear flag, so it's like
Yep.
whatever.
And channels typically break to the downside and then continuation up, at least from. That would make sense from a perspective of manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, expansion. That is all I have.
Yeah, and that Ethereum Ethereum rejected that 2632 level that I posted the other day.
Yeah.
It's what we deviated above and this power of 3 started. So yeah, I don't know. Just pretty stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Holding the daily FVG though on Ethereum.
Yeah. And I have to keep watching those, seeing what they want to do with them. And then give you guys a nice update on Twitter. But on that, I think they'll probably do it for today. Like, I don't got anything else. It's kind of it.
Yep.
Freaking EP, I'm glad to be back. I'm happy to be back. We're going to stream tomorrow morning. That's a definite for sure. Back, couldn't do a stream this morning, but we still outlined it inside Paper Traders. So make sure you guys go check out that website. That's www.papertraders.io. Check out that link. Go check out the website. Scroll down to the bottom. You'll see View Past Streams button. Click that. Brings you to the playlist that we have of all the previous streams that we have done. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Check out Hayes Beats.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, check out Hayes Beats on Twitter. Let's get him to 3,000 followers. We'll do a nice little giveaway for a lifetime membership of Paper Traders. Make sure you guys give me a nice little follow as well. That's Eddie with the 3 at _trades and Hayes Beats. Make sure you give him a follow. As we said, for mine, we get me to 1,000. You have to just retweet, and that will give you a nice little entry for that giveaway as well. Lifetime membership. If we get the streams to 500 viewers, or when we do, we're going to do a merch giveaway. We have a hat, we have a shirt, we have a hoodie, whatever you want to do. We'll give it to you. We'll send it to you. Write a little note. We'll kiss it with red lipstick to seal the envelope. What else? What else? Make sure to check out Blowfin. That's what we're using to trade these perp pairs. Like, dude, when shit's not pumping, I'm like so low energy.
I got something.
Oh yeah.
We have some news. We're not gonna say it yet.
Yeah.
But if we seem a little stressed out and preoccupied with something, by the end of this month, we should have some pretty good news that will be for the better of the paper traders and our lives in general.
Mm-hmm. That's 100% true.
Ball is rolling. We will talk about it more once things start getting sealed up. But yeah, it's going to be huge for the paper traders and for us and our trading and life and everything.
Yeah, I am excited for that shit. It's like some of it is still not real. Some of it, right, still coming to fruition, and I know that moment will hit us
But
once. Reality will start setting in. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys give it a nice little follow. Make sure you guys check out at the Paper Traders as well. That's the best way to stay updated with us. The best way to see what's going on inside the insider trading group. Make sure you guys check that out. And yeah, check out Blowfin. Like we mentioned, use code HASTE or code Eddie for a nice little sign-on bonus. And that will be it. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you. I appreciate you. Everybody that comes out and shows up, we love you guys. And everyone that doesn't, but still supports from the sidelines, that's cool too. We appreciate you either way. But thank you guys. That'll do it for tonight. We'll keep on posting our charts. If we see something come up, we'll be sure to post it in here. And on that note, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.